What in the world is happening in the world? Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne. Well, we are having this beautiful, beautiful day out here today. It is really just a beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous day in Grandma's neighborhood. And so I wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about what in the world is going on in the world. You know, I'm trying to stay away from the news. I don't really watch television much at all. And usually I'm busy editing my thousands of home videos from over the last 45 years. You know how I love to share some of my videos. And it's amazing, the journey, to be able to look at videos and people and where you've been and what you've done and what you've been through and all the hairstyles and the people that you love and all the experiences. And so I usually watch those things. But periodically I do cap the news, and meaning that I do listen to the news. And I have to tell you, some of it can be so very, very upsetting. It really can be. And you know, that's why I really try to stay away from the news as much as I can. Now, I want to be informed. I don't want to not be not informed. You know, I think not being informed is probably not a good idea either. Okay. So I think we all want to be informed. And yet we don't want to go into overload. And I've talked to so many people of late with a lot of different opinions about a lot of different things. And some of them are very emotional, and I can understand. And yet those very same people are often glued to the news. And I understand why they are. I truly, truly do. I can understand why they watch the news as much as they do, and they want to know more. But back when I was growing up, we had, you know, the main news came on about 6 o'clock in the evening. And maybe we had a talk show type news in the morning. But that was it. We waited for that 30 minutes of news, and usually by the time it came on, it was a little bit stale news and a little bit outdated. And the newspaper was usually very outdated. Now we have the internet where we're constantly bombarded with all kinds of news. You know, news. And personally, I don't know if that's a good thing or not. And so for me, like I said, I try to stay away from the news as much as I can, and yet still stay informed because, well, I want to be informed. You know, I want to stay informed without overwhelming myself. What in the world is going on with the world? You know, there's a lot going on in the world, and there's so many different opinions and so many different, you know, facts, as we call them, because we don't really know if all the facts are truly facts, you know, or are some of them smoke screens, or are some of them just opinions, and it's so hard to sift through and to know. And, you know, the world's been around a long time, and time has been around forever, I guess. And so, or time has been around since the beginning of time, I guess. And so I think that, you know, we just have to calm our minds. If you want to stay informed, that's great. I think just don't put yourself into overload or being overwhelmed by all the news. You know, I get out and I do my 5-mile run, as I did today already. And it was just wonderful, just absolutely wonderful. I love my 5-mile run. And sometimes it's a waddle, sometimes it's a walk, sometimes it's a sprint, sometimes it's a jog, and other times it's my full run. And that makes me feel good. I don't have music on, anything like that. Sometimes I'll talk a little bit on the phone when I'm walking or running, but for the most part, I'm out there, and I just love to listen to nature and quiet myself. So there is a lot going on in the world, and some of it can be scary. Okay, I understand that. But living scared is no real way to live life. We don't want to do that if we don't have to, but I understand it. There are people in parts of the world that are probably living scared and probably hanging on to every news thread out there. And I feel for those people. I feel for those people going through difficult and challenging and hard times that many of us cannot understand. And yet many of us here have our own issues that we're dealing with. And so, I feel for everybody going through stuff. And I think most people are going through stuff at some level or another, or will go through stuff. But don't overload yourself with too much news, because it can really wear you down. Try to clear your thoughts and enjoy the moment, the beautiful moments that you have, like this beautiful day. Okay? From my house to yours, may God bless you. I hope you like, share, subscribe, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.